Okay, my mic was off. So let's start this again. First and foremost, I want to say Kahala Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Shalom to the Hakim and Akwatim that are going to be watching this video. Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Barakatham. Kahala Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. So as I was saying, I ain't going to make this video too long. Our people got a short attention span, and I got a short attention span. So I want to make it edifying in a quick hit manner. We giving you the breakdowns of precepts and things that are happening right now. But we're going through the scriptures. These average news networks and normal people, they ain't go into the precepts to break it down. The Most High didn't give them the understanding to break down the scriptures, right? That says a service of God is given to the Israelites. Right, let's go to Romans. We're the ones who got the service. We're his servants. No one else is the Most High servant. Leviticus 25 and verse 55. Okay, Romans 9, it says, right, Romans 9 and 4, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption, right? The adoption pertains to the Israelites, and the glory pertains to the Israelites, and the covenants, right? The old covenant, the Mosaic covenant, the new covenant pertains to the Israelites, right? And the giving of the law. See, we were given the law to keep. The other nations were not given the law, which is why they can worship any. This is basic information that anyone should know at this point, right? But a lot of people don't get it. The average person doesn't understand that only the Israelites were given the law to keep, the Mosaic law, right? Of offering up animals for sacrifices and keeping the Sabbath. In other nations, they could do whatever the hell they want on the Shabbat. Israel will get put to death if they break the Shabbat. But it pisses off the Most High when the Israelites break his law, which is why when Israelites would worship another god, the Most High would have another nation come and destroy them, put them in slavery and subjugation. Meanwhile, the other nation is worshiping another god, all the while they're being ruled over. They're ruling over the Most High's people. Okay, and it says, and the service of the Most High and the promises could pertain to the Israelites. So everything pertains to the Israelites, the service of the Most High. That's why we're out on the street corners. That's why we're giving the breakdown, the proper understanding of the scriptures, the truth. Okay, what I'm getting to say is that there's a shift coming to the earth, man, which I usually say a paradigm shift, and I wanted to look it up, and it says an important change that happens when the usual way of thinking about or doing something is replaced by a new and different way, and that's the Lord's Prayer. That is the Lord's Prayer. See Matthew 6. This is what I pray. This is the main prayer I always pray. Right? Yahweh said, if you don't know what to ask for or pray for this. And I want this kingdom to come. Okay, so that's what I pray for. I want the world to be taken over by the Most High, Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, wherever we force people to keep the Sabbath day. We force people to not eat shrimp, crab, and lobster. Or we force people to keep the laws of our power, of our deity. Okay. I want it on the earth. See, people don't want that. People actually want to be able to, because in the Most High's kingdom, you ain't gonna be able to do whatever you want. Right? The same in this kingdom, the laws in this kingdom ain't gonna be the same laws in the new kingdom that's coming on the earth. So it's a reformation that's coming. If you can't get with the program, then you gotta die. All right. It says, but it says, okay, let's start here. Matthew 6 and 7. But when ye pray, use not vain repetitions as the heathen do, for they think that they shall be heard for their much speaking. See, the Yahweh knows the Most High. He knows the Father. You think, why would you not listen to what he's saying? He's saying, don't use vain repetitions, especially, that's what happens in a Christian church a lot right now too, man. You go over there, these guys keep saying and praying saying the same thing over and over again. Oh Jesus, oh Jesus, oh Jesus. Vain repetitions. Right? But that's apparently what Yahweh says, that's what the heathen do when they're praying to their idols. Okay, for they think they shall be heard for their much speaking, but be not ye therefore like unto them, for your Father knoweth what things ye have need of before ye ask him. After this manner therefore pray ye, Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen. Right? But the main part is thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Okay? People praying that they're not really understanding his will being done on earth as it is in heaven. I don't know if a lot of people think that you're gonna go to the heavens and rule, but you said you're gonna rule on earth. But no, it's in Revelations. I think it's like Revelation 1 and 5 or something. See if I can find it. Okay. Well, so okay. Well, I guess that one's fine. Well, Matthew 5 and 5 said, "Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth." Right? The kingdom of heaven is going to be on the earth. It's going to be set up on the earth, not in the heavens, and the earth is going to be destroyed and left to just disintegrate. Okay. Now it says Lebanese PM Hassan Diab announces resignation of entire government amid protests triggered by brute explosion. And these people, the people in Lebanon, they got hyperinflation and all that going on, and then they got an explosion that killed many people. Now there's protests happening in the country. So let's read this going on with the paradigm shift. It says 2 Ezra 9 and 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Right? We're watching and bearing witness to the Most High, to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. We're bearing witness that our God is going to come and judge this earth. You know, I don't know who Jesus Christ is. I don't know who these other gods are. I know who Yahweh is. I know who Yahweh Shai is. Okay? That's who I know. I don't know anybody else. Any other God. Right? But we are his witnesses. We're going to bear witness and before he does something, and then when it comes to pass, right? He gets the glory. So we're bearing witness and laying kind of went into this camp on Saturday, but we're kind of like ushering in the kingdom of heaven on earth. Right? There's my dad's coming home backing out right now, but let me get this. Therefore when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Okay? And yeah, man. It says, blessed, Luke 12:37, blessed are those servants whom the Most High, whom the Lord when he cometh shall find watching, Yahushai. Verily I say unto you that he shall gird himself and make them to sit down to meat, and will come forth and serve them. Right? Blessed are those servants who are watching. We're constantly watching and measuring the time with the prophecies. Okay? So there was an earthquake that happened in South Carolina not too long ago. Right? As long as they got hit with the little hurricane. Right? But now there's more uproars of the people. Everywhere you go, everywhere in Chicago there's uproars. In Portland there's uproars. Right? All throughout the United States. Look, you just seeing how on the news it says shots fired near the White House. Okay? Alright. Let me play this. Fuck you. All right. So we give all praises to the Most High when we see things like this happening, because we know He's the one in charge of it. All right. Let me get Amos. It says, Amos 3 and 6, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and Yahweh hath not done it? So the evil that happened in Beirut is of the Most High. Okay, now you got people saying, oh, we need, pray for Beirut. Well, these people who are praying ain't keeping no commandments. They ain't doing what the Most High said to do. They ain't keeping no Sabbath days. They eating anything they want to eat, and keeping no laws in the scriptures. So why would you pray to the Most High? I think He's gonna hear your prayers. It says, Proverbs 28 and 9, he that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be abomination. Y'all, all these people who don't do nothing the Most High said, praying to, like He's gonna listen to them, and then they wonder why bad things happen. The Most High said, if you turn away your ear from hearing His law, you pretty much just don't pray to Him. It's an abomination. He doesn't like it. Okay, now it says John 9 and 31. Now we know that the Most High heareth not sinners, but if any man be a worshipper of the Most High and doeth His will, him He heareth. None of these people who say and pray for this place doing what He said to do. Alright, like you go in any of these videos, look, like this woman. I guarantee you this. You bring the law into her. You bring the law up to her. She's gonna hate it. Bring the will of the Most High, she's gonna hate it. So who are you to go pray? Who are you praying to that they're actually gonna listen to? Is what I'm trying to figure out. Okay. Let me get another one. It says, Isaiah 45 and 7, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, Yahweh, do all these things. So He's the one who's in charge of good and evil. And we're coming into evil times. Right? I think it's Ecclesiastes 3. Right? It says to Ecclesiastes 3 and 1, to everything there is a season and to a time to every purpose under the heaven. Right? Verse 3, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up. Now the main point, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. See, Yahweh Shai said we're coming to the beginning of sorrows. This is a time of war we're coming into. A time of sorrows and loss, a lot of death and killing. And the Most High loves judgment. He loves killing people, or judging people, as I should say, to be more frank. It says, Yahweh is a man of war. Yahweh is His name. Why do you think war throughout human history is nothing but war? Because the Most High manipulates the minds of people to go to war. Now, let me show you an example, a clear example. It's an easy one I always like going to. Whoops. It's like 1 Kings 22. Okay, so Micaiah is going to tell the king of Israel what he's seen in the heavens, right, concerning his judgment. And it says, 1 Kings 22 and 19, and he said, hear thou therefore the word of the Most High. I saw Yahweh sitting on His throne, and all the hosts of heaven standing by Him on His right hand and on His left hand. So he's getting the vision. He's seeing the hosts of heavens, the angels and the demons, on the right and the left hand side. And the Most High said, who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? And one said on this manner, and another said on that manner. So they're having a discussion pitching ideas to each other on how they're gonna kill him. Okay, and there came forth a spirit and stood before the Most High and said, I will persuade him. And Yahweh said unto him, wherewith? How will you persuade him? And he said, I will go forth and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And he said, thou shalt persuade him and prevail also. Go forth and do so. You know how crazy this is? It's just so casual. It's like he's saying it so casually. Right, it says, let me just go back, because everyone's just pitching ideas. This is crazy. But that's how it is. He said, I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. Right, so he used this, it could have been an angel, or it could have been a demon, but it went on and hopped on his prophets to go and persuade him to go up to war against, where are they going to go up to war against? The Assyrians? Right? And ultimately him died. And that's what happened. Right, and it says, it says, it says, thou shalt persuade him and prevail also. Go forth and do so. Okay? So now it says, now therefore behold, the Most High has put a lying spirit in the mouth of all these thy prophets, and the Most High has spoken evil concerning thee. Alright? So there's no free will. He will do whatever he wants. And just like as a thief in the night, man. And they shall say sudden peace and safety. 2 Thessalonians. No, I think it might be 5. 1 Thessalonians 5 is the one I want first. 5 and 3. Okay, it says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Now you had the people getting married. First of all, your country is in an economic crisis, and you got people who ain't affected by it just giving to wine and marriage, as Yahushua says. Right, and all of a sudden, sudden destruction came. I didn't watch this one. Right, sudden destruction came out of nowhere. Right, it says it's just like how Yahushua said it's gonna be. Now this wasn't the ultimate destruction, but that's how it's gonna be. See, sudden destruction. Right, when there's no more food in the stores, it's gonna be sudden. When the inflation comes, it's gonna be sudden. When that martial law hits, it's gonna be sudden. Most I likes to catch people off guard when they least expect it. Okay. So with that, I want to say, Kal Ha Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, and Shalom.